Hello everyone, welcome back to more AEW on TEW 2020. We are here, the final episode of 2021. And so we have a big show of Dynamite, but first we gotta go through Dark. This is a very quickly booked Dark. So it's not gonna be very informative, but whatever. Jimmy Shane defeats Mark Davis. Yeah, that's fine. After this, Matt Cardona's in the ring and he announces that he has found someone who's a kindred spirit, someone who is just like him and being overlooked by everyone for no reason at all. Shawn Spears. He says that the two of them together will prove why they were huge signings for AEW when they arrived, and they will show the world that they are the best in the business regardless of what it seems like. Cardona and Spears, the truest stars, defeat the Gun Club, and they have excellent chemistry, which is very nice. I did find that on Elevation, so don't worry. After this, Nyla Rose is seen backstage around a sea of bodies. She says that even if the most physical woman in AEW comes after her, she is going to win. She's then attacked from behind by Kiera Hogan, who lays strikes after Nyla's turned around into her face. Kiera is then helped by Diamante, and the two go to town on Nyla until she manages to get an opening by pushing Diamante into Kiera Hogan. Nyla picks up one of the other people on the ground and gets ready to powerbomb that person onto Diamante and Hogan, but the two run off, leaving Nyla to just casually powerbomb that person onto the floor. So Nyla getting attacked by the two people who are engaged to each other, Diamante and Kiera Hogan. After this, Killer Kelly's seen backstage. She cuts a promo on Big Swole saying that she is an easy target for someone like Killer Kelly, fan favorite who doesn't deserve the hype unless she can endure the punishment. Killer Kelly insists that with her chain, she will completely annihilate Big Swole and show that Brutality Inc. isn't just for the men, and that Kelly truly is a killer. Terrible joke, I know. Kip Sabian then defeats Arata Kawasaki, part of his crusade against ugly people. Scorpio Sky defeats Peter Avalon. And afterwards we see Antonio Banks interviewed by Alex Marvez, and he talks about Brutality Inc. He's disgusted by their actions and their constant desire to hurt fellow members of their roster. So he says that will be his personal mission to eventually find someone to dethrone Pac and remove Brutality Inc. from the company. He notes that Brutality only managed to get to the top through extortion and blackmail and threats, but they will not have the chance to do so again as long as Banks has his eye on them. Banks, not actually part of management, I did erroneously say that in the last episode, but he is a major financial backer. So, yeah. After this, the Vision defeat the Revoluchas. Amazing match. Raven Creed and Utami defeat Team C-Stars. Then we have an episode of The Waiting Room with Trip T Elite being the guest. She asks about their purpose, which Ray Walt says that they're looking to bring a flair to the wrestling business, something that Peter Avalon says they already have with Ashley Flair, but much to Brit's chagrin, that has been lacking. Dalton Castle's a true showman, and Ray Walt knows how to make the most out of people to show the world how good their entertainment value truly is. Lots of reports, but 43 rated segment, it's fine. We end our show with Adam Page defeating a debuting Bronson Steiner, who scores a 5. But just again, wanted to really speed through this Dark because Dynamite is where it's at, the Christmas special. So let's get to that. Our final Dynamite of the year starts with our TNT title match as Garza retains his title, pinning Takahashi. He actually had the worst performance, though, but, I mean, I'm not mad at any of those performances. Just a great showing all around for great workers. This was a high spots match. Just a great match in general. After this, we see Jordynne Grace backstage, still reeling from her win over Shida last week. Renee Paquette interviews her and asks what that means, and Grace says that winning that match is a surefire way to the top of contention once again. She's not going to give up on this chance. However, she still has some bones to pick with other women in the division, especially the woman who ended her unbeaten streak, Ashley Flair. Of course, Jordynne Grace started off her career in AEW without a loss. She had a fantastic run until she ran up against Ashley Flair, and woo-woo, Queen wins, lol Flair, lol Charlotte wins. But now Jordynne Grace, she's on her way up. She managed to beat Shida in her open challenge last week. And now she's hoping that that will get her really noticed in terms of those initial rankings for the 2022 year. Out of this, Proud and Powerful defeat FTR. Yeah, Santana the weak link, but Proud and Powerful win the tag titles. Very good match. This is going to be a good show, I can already tell. And afterwards, Proud and Powerful celebrate for a while until the Vision's music plays. Security rush out to the ramp to prevent the team from getting to the ring, and the Vision actually, they don't go any further. They stop there, and Robert says that as soon as they're recognized as the #1 contenders for those tag titles that they never lost, they're going to take those championships back no matter how hard Proud and Powerful work towards stopping that. I imagine that they have their own versions of the tag belts. Like, this is probably just a way to, like, show off, hey, we have a new design of the tag belts, and the Vision still have the old belts. They're holding them up. They're like, hey, we never lost the titles, because they didn't. They had them vacated for accepting challenges. And, no, Vision, they want their title back, but they're being reasonable about it. They'll wait until they're #1 in contention, because they have to get on management's good side. It's weird to think that Lance Archer was a face in this situation, but whatever. Out of this, MJF defeats Brian Cage with a Swanton Bomb. Following the match, MJF's smiling in the ring. He demands a mic, which Chris Bay dutifully gives him. He says, Taz, you said I couldn't do it, but I did. And not only that, I not only proved that I'm someone who's way better, and I'm proved who's way stronger that by picking up Brian Cage and slamming him down. I'm imagining this is like from the top rope, so it's not MJF doing a deadlift of Brian Cage. Taz, I don't even know why I'm even bothering with you anymore. In fact, you're nothing compared to me. You might have some strong people, but you're dealing with the best in the world. And on the cue of best in the world, Cult of Personality plays, and CM Punk arrives to a massive pop from his hometown crowd. Yes, I intentionally made this in Chicago. Punk is very casual when getting into the ring, soaking it in as MJF is freaking out. Punk gets his own mic and heads into the ring, and he says, so, you're the best in the world now, huh? Damn, wrestling's really gone downhill since I left. Punk waits for the pop to cool down a little bit before he gets ready to speak again, but he gets attacked by MJF. MJF's pummeling him in the ground. Brock Lesnar rushes out. There's a bunch of security following him, but Brock's the first one there. He, like, just peels MJF off, picks him up like a baby, and he carries MJF out of the arena as the crowd soak in the fact that CM Punk is all elite. This is recorded a week after Punk's debut. I joined wrestling too late to really follow CM Punk, so I still don't understand the massive hype. Like, I understand, he was good, but we'll see how things go with him. A bit disappointing that his gimmick kinda sucked, but it's still CM Punk, and now, like, these are probably these are our three most popular people. CM Punk is 90s All-America, same with Brock. MJF is 80s now, so we have a great crew here, and the best in the world storyline starts with the segment CM Punk and MJF, which would be an amusing promo battle, and I hope I can actually do it justice. After this kind of cooled the crowd down a little, Mayu Iwatani defeats Anna Jay, Dragon Suplex. Mayu Iwatani, defense number 3. 3 defenses in a month, roughly. Pretty good fight for Mayu. After this, Renee is doing an interview with Vikingo about his victory in the Face of the Revolution ladder match, and she asks what he will do with it. Vikingo says that he will bide his time, and despite his impressive record in AEW, he's not going to jump the gun. He knows that he needs more momentum, and now that he is the face of the revolution, he needs to make sure that this opportunity counts. So, of course, last week, big thing. Basically, Vikingo wins the Money in the Bank. He can challenge for a title at any point in time, but he's going to wait on it. He's going to try to pick up more wins. He's going to really get a feel for AEW, try to really just get in there, get really good, before he'll eventually decide, okay, now I think I'm ready. Vikingo now currently is an exclusive written. Finally have him under that. We broke our no talent trading agreement with AAA because WWE offered something to Penta. And in order to even make an offer to Penta, I had to break that agreement. But yeah, I did change around some of Vince's hiring things so that I actually have to fight for some people. But, Vikingo, he is now All Elite fully. And he's also the face of the Revolution. That's a shame. Devitt and Kenny defeat AJ Styles and Carl Anderson. Carl Anderson, weak link, as expected. Zero chemistry is a shame, but oh well. That's fine, I guess. After this, Chris Jericho seen in a limousine drinking a bit of the bubbly. He says, Kurt, since you called me out on it, I've been thinking. I suppose you were right in a way. It's wrong to call myself Le Champion. No. That was a phase that I'm past now. Unfortunately, my years have caught up with me, and I haven't grabbed a championship in almost 2 years, as you said, but you know what? I'm still kicking. Think back to all those times that you faced me, Kurt. What was there then that isn't here now? See, I had lost what I am. Lost what made me who I am. What made me Chris Jericho. I lost the heart of a lion, but now I'm more than that. I'm not just the heart of a lion, I'm the king of lions. I'm not the goat, I eat the goats. I don't care what's going on, I'm a bona fide legend. While you're someone who can never, ever reach my level. I eat goats for breakfast, Kurt, and you're not even a midnight snack. So the King of Lions is going to be this new phase of Jericho. Of course, Jericho for a long time has had lion motifs. Lionheart was kind of his real big thing early in his career. Now the King of Lions, I'm not exactly sure I'm going to personify that, but I will have a while between between this recording and when I next record to continue the stories. So yeah, the King of Lions, Chris Jericho. In our main event, Pac defeats Rey Mysterio, 450 splash. Pac defends the title, 79 rating, lack of psychology. Oh well. But still, good way to end the show. 80 rating, I believe that is our best Dynamite ever. I think it's tied with Double or Nothing? It's tied with one of our pay-per-views for our best ratings. I think it was All In. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. Next time I plan to do a State of the Universe. That's actually the reason why I did that CM Punk debut. So I'd done a State of the Universe before Rey Mysterio had debuted. Now, get Punk in there so that there's no spoilers. So, we will get the State of the Universe when it starts in 2022.